Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Abab Genius. Now, in this series, we will be covering the cloud related things and what are the approaches we are following to do the development in the cloud, whether it is the public cloud or private cloud or it is the on premise. So, all these things we will be covering before going to the development, why we are moving to this cloud, why we are not sticking to this classic ABAP which is already there and what we have been following for the last few years. Suddenly we are changing all our development to cloud, and we are following the clean core approach while doing the solutions or implementing the solutions in our cloud ready applications. So why we have to go to cloud, what are the things we have to make sure while doing the development in cloud, all these things we will be covering in this particular series, which is clean core approach. So first thing, we are moving to the cloud. That is, yes, we already know we all are moving from classic ABAP to clean core approach, which is that is the approach which we will be following while developing the solutions in our cloud. So, why we have to go to cloud means, let us talk about the difference between our cloud and classic ABAP. Let me take a pointer. Okay. This is the ABAP cloud development model, which is upgrade stable, future proof, and powered by generative AI. We all know that generative AI, which means that AI is booming nowadays, and most of the people, not even in SAP, many of the domains, even it is data analytics or some other domain, all are going to use the AI in their day to day activities. By using the AI, it is reducing the work. We can do the works faster when compared without AI. We all know this point. So one of the key point we can make here while going to ABAP cloud development model is generative AI. Even SAP has to use the generative AI, and we have to utilize that for making them more flexible or more upgrade stable, and we have to be in parallel to the market conditions. Nowadays AI is booming, so obviously we have to be ready to use this AI in our SAP. We can't say that we cannot use that, because whenever the clients are coming, they will expect you whatever is the new that we have to utilize while building the solutions for them. We can't say we are not ready, so we can't use this AI in our SAP. Then the scope will for SAP will be less, and people won't choose SAP. So SAP is planning to incorporate this AI in our SAP. So in to incorporate this AI, they are going to cloud. This is one of the option we can say. And we have some other things also, upgrade stable, future proof. So nowadays, day by day, we are getting some more new things ready in the market. Obviously, whenever we are getting some new thing in the market which is really useful, we have to adapt to that. We can't say that no, I can't adapt to that and stay backwards. If you are adapting to it, then only you will be able to compete it in the market. If you are not adapting to a new change or new solution or new technology, then you will be in backwards, and obviously the scope will also be decreasing. We will be discussing about all these things in clear. So cloud development model, these are the some things which is mentioned as key points. And for classic ABAP development model, this is not absolutely cloud ready and minimum upgrade stability. So during upgrades, we have to do lot of R&D, and D, and you have to make many changes. Sometimes your changes will also be lost. Like that, issues we will be facing when coming to this classic ABAP development model. Let us deep dive into these points in detail. First point for ABAP cloud development model is powerful development model for developing clean core compliant apps, services, and extensions on stack and side by side. Definitely, ABAP cloud development model nowadays, this is the most booming thing, which is very powerful. And what is the approach we are following here? Clean core approach, where we are following the clean core compliant apps. That means we are doing whatever which is really compliant, and we are using those services which are either released APIs or services or like that. And extensions also, we are not modifying the core ABAP which is already there, which is the SAP standard code. We are not going to modify. Instead of that, we are using on stack and side by side. We have these things available. We will be talking about on stack, side by side, key user extensibility, and developer extensibility, all these things in detail in our upcoming videos. So for doing the extensions, we are following these ones. Next point is only public released SAP objects and APIs can be used in custom code. So SAP is clearly saying that to be cloud compliant and upgrade stable and future proof, you have to use only public released SAP objects and APIs. You have to use, then only you will be cloud compliant. If you are using the non-released objects, then definitely you are at risk. That is not the cloud compliant solution. You can use the unreleased SAP objects, but you have to create the wrapper. Those things also we will be discussing clearly. But as of now, you have to remember that whenever, if any SAP objects or APIs are released, then only you have to use that one. Where can I find that SAP released objects? We will be having one portal, cloudification repository, and business accelerator hub, and we have something in our ADT tools also. Using all those things, we can find the SAP released objects. We will be seeing in system how you can find the SAP released objects for public cloud, private cloud, and on-premise systems. The next thing is SAP objects cannot be modified. This is one of the thing we always do in our classic ABAP development, which will make the upgrades very slow and time taking process. So this is one of the most important point when going to the ABAP cloud development model. Your SAP objects in any case cannot be modified. That means the standard code, wherever we have the flexibility like implicit and explicit enhancement, you should not do that things in your ABAP cloud development model. And the next point is clear separation between SAP code and extension code checked by the ABAP compiler. So we will be having a clear separation between our SAP standard code and whatever the extensions you are doing. Those will be different, but they will be linked each other. And these things will be checked by the ABAP compiler. In our ABAP, classic ABAP, we use it to do the extensions in the SAP code only, which which causes like there will be slow upgrade solutions and time taking process and innovation speed. All these things will be affected. But when coming to our ABAP cloud development model, there is a clear separation between your SAP code and the extension code, and these can be checked by the ABAP compiler. And the next point is use of proven cloud technologies and client side UI technologies such as ABAP RESTful application programming model and SAP Fiori. Obviously, we are using RAP and Fiori in the cloud development model. These are the things we are almost doing everywhere when doing the development in the ABAP cloud. And Fiori, it came very prominent when compared to our classic ABAP. When compared to your classic ABAP, the Fiori things are very less and only Fiori person will be able to do. But when coming to RAP, most of the things we are doing and only small things are doing by the front end developer. And obviously we are using this new thing which is ABAP RESTful application programming model, which is RAP. And the next thing is SAP software changes leads to low test and adoption efforts. So whenever we have the upgrades happening, because of this cloud compliant solution, we don't need to put lot of efforts while testing, because all these things are cloud compliant, and there will be no changes to your SAP code. And adaptation efforts also will be less because we are not doing any core changes. There will be always a core, we are not touching the core, and there will be definitely separation between your extension code and the SAP code. All these things will make you timeless for going with the upgrades and the software changes. And the next thing is easier frequent upgrades and increased agility or innovation speed. So whenever you are going with the ABAP cloud development model, obviously even though if you have the upgrades very often happening, the upgrades will be hassle free. You will be able to get you will be able to get the updates very easily without any time taking, and no adaptation efforts are required. Very minimal effort is required in case any. And obviously our innovation speed will be increases and increased agility. That means whatever is coming new into the market, you can adapt those things easily when you are going with the ABAP cloud development model. These are some of the points which helps you or which makes you to understand why we have to go with ABAP cloud development model. Now coming to our classic ABAP development model, which is not cloud ready, we will be discussing how these varies from our ABAP cloud development model. Extremely flexible and powerful, but not public cloud ready. Yes, whatever we are doing on our classic ABAP development, this is always flexible. We can do whatever we want, and obviously, it is powerful. That's why we are using these classic ABAP from the last many years. But the thing is, it is not public cloud ready. And the next thing is all SAP objects and APIs can be used in the custom code. So, if you observe here, we said that only public released SAP objects and APIs can be used in our cloud ready application. But coming to our classic ABAP development model, we can use even unreleased APIs, unreleased FMs, or something objects you can use in your custom code. There is no restriction that you have to use only released APIs or SAP objects in our classic ABAP development model. And SAP objects can even be modified. You will be able to modify the SAP objects. That means we are able to do the implicit and explicit enhancements, which means we are indirectly modifying the SAP code which is given by SAP in our classic ABAP development model. And there is no restriction for extensions. Yes, it will help you to do the implicit and explicit enhancements also, which is very tightly coupled with your standard ABAP. No clear separation between SAP code and extension code. You don't have any other new technologies where you will be able to do like to separate from your extension code and your SAP code. All these things will clearly talk about only one thing about extensions. When you are doing the extensions, you can modify the standard code, and there is no restriction you can put while extending that code, and there is no clear separation between your standard code and your extension code. And the use of proven, mature but not cloud ready servers side by side UI technologies such as DenPro, WebGenPro, and Business Server Pages. You are using proven and mature technologies, but not we are going with the cloud ready technologies. So we are still sticking into the old technologies which are not cloud ready in our classic ABAP development model. SAP software changes leads to high test and adoption efforts. Yes, obviously, since we are making all the things in the SAP standard codes because of the flexibility we have, and since we are using all the things which are unreleased APIs and SAP objects, it will lead you whenever we are going with the software changes, we have to adapt for more time, and a high amount of testing has to be performed to check whether it is working or not. Agility or innovation speed decreases. Obviously, since we are still sticking with the old things, the innovation speed decreases and we are not ready with the market conditions or the changes, whatever the technologies which are coming into the market. The next slide is coming to custom ABAP code whenever we are going to do it in on-premise system. We have three types of systems: on-premise, private cloud, and public cloud. Public cloud is the most suitable one, but when you are not doing the things in public cloud, you can opt for on-premise and the private cloud also. When you are going to do this custom ABAP code in your on-premise, what are the advantages you will be having and what are the disadvantages you will have. Let us see. So the pros is obviously all SAP objects can be used, whether it is released or unreleased, you can use that. SAP objects can even be modified, no restriction for extensions, extremely flexible and powerful. These all things we have already covered in our classical ABAP programming in the before slide. So all these things we already know, no need to discuss in detail. And cons means no interface between SAP code and extension code. SAP software changes lead to high test and adaptation efforts. SAP upgrade effort increases. Agility or innovation speed decreases. These are the things which will come under the cons when you are trying to do the ABAP code in the on-premise system. Obviously, there will be no clear separation between your SAP code and extension code, and we have already seen that it will require high testing and adaptation efforts, and upgrade efforts for SAP also will be very high, and agility or innovation speed also decreases when you are trying to write your custom ABAP code, which is the classical way of programming in your on-premise system. From classic ABAP to ABAP Cloud. So this is the classical ABAP and this is the ABAP Cloud. How you are going means, so this is the some implicit enhancement wherever we are just directly modifying the SAP code, and there is no clear separation between your extension code and the SAP code. And here something you are using still the tables, not the released views. This is the classical ABAP programming, whatever we are using as of now. When coming to this clean core approach, we have the body. If you have to implement the body, we are not going to do it in the classical ABAP programming way, which is going into SE18 and SE19 by implementing the body. You have to do it in your ADT tools. You will be able to implement that body in your ADT tools, and you have to set that for cloud ready application. If you observe here, the API state of this is user cloud development using key user apps. Release state is released, and you are setting that to contracts even. In the on-premise system, when you don't have any released things available, you will be setting that to cloud by releasing this contract, by setting this contract to C1, and visibility it will be cloud development. You can use this one in the cloud development, and you can use this in key user apps. We will be seeing this one in our future videos in the system, how you can set this one and where you can see this API state and all. So this is the evolution from our classical way of programming to the ABAP cloud. We are in the 2012, and these are the ABAP objects where we have the internal tables without header line. Before we have something called as ABAP internal tables with header line, but from 2012, before 2012 we came up the internal tables without header line, and then we have got the AD2 tools, which is Eclipse, which became very powerful, and the innovation speed increases, and the performance of many objects have literally improved drastically. And then we came up with our SAP S4 HANA, where we came with our core data services, cloud, key user extensibility, Fairy we have introduced, SAP HANA. All these things were supported when coming to your SAP S4 HANA system. And because of all these things, we were able to achieve lot of the things in a very simple solutions, and performance also increased drastically. And then we came up with SAP BTP ABAP environment, which is the really cloud ready solutions. So in 2018 itself, we have the SAP BTP ABAP environment, but we are still trying to implement in our 2025 and 26 also. Most of the things even we have is classical ABAP programming, but uh, if you are still doing the classical ABAP programming, then definitely you have to upgrade yourself to this BTP ABAP environment, because this is the one which most of the clients wants to implement, and most of the SAP solutions they are pushing us to do using these things, because these are the cloud ready. And while coming to extensions also, it will help you to do the extensions without any compromises, and during upgrades you won't be able, you won't face any challenges. So here comes this ABAP RESTful application programming model, which is RAP. And 2022, we have SAP S4 HANA Cloud ABAP environment, where we came up cloud ready ABAP extensions on SAP S4 HANA Cloud and SAP S4 HANA. We have key user extensibility, art stack extensibility, developer extensibility, and side by side extensibility. All these six we can do the extensions. While coming to the approach, we will be deciding it based on the requirement we have, which type of extensions you have to follow. We came up with the HANA extensions, whatever which are required and which are cloud ready mainly. And then we came up with the integration to SAP build. Even using this cloud ready solution, we can do the integration to our SAP build. This came up in our 2024. And in 2025, we have the AI capabilities involved in our SAP, and we have SAP Joule for developers. So we have this SAP Joule introduced in 2025, and obviously because of the booming AI available in the today's market, ABAP AI capabilities are also introduced in our ABAP cloud. So this is the evaluation from the classical way of ABAP programming. We have slowly switched to this ABAP cloud from many transformations, which is from the introduction of your ADT tools and a Fiery and core data services, key user extensibility. Slightly, we have been shifting our movement from classical way of programming to the ABAP cloud and then to the AI.